found is the news behind the news is more important. I want you to leave my show with a sense of knowing what was missing that adds depth to the conversation. Tune in Monday through Friday, 4 to 6 p.m. on the new 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, or 1017thetruth.com.
Gruber Law Office's Thanalysis Live is back. March 29th at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Join Thanasis Adetokunbo for a live show that's sure to entertain like none other. Last year, it was a surprise appearance from ESPN's Stephen A. Smith. You never know what Thanasis has planned for 2025. Get your tickets to Thanalysis Live right now. Visit ESPN Milwaukee on Twitter for event and ticket info. It's Gruber Law Office's Thanalysis Live, presented by Potawatomi Casino Hotel and Carbless. Also supported by the Prisoner Wine Company and McDonald's.
Great morning, Truth Nation. Welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. We're inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. We are your cousin subs of the day. I'm a club sub, the legendary Home Blow, along with the legendary
Dame Elsie in the building.
Say, man, how was your weekend?
My weekend was excellent. This weekend, I'm always in the community. I'm always in the streets, as they say. And so this weekend, I did my mentoring thing like I always talk about doing. Mm-hmm. But I also was down at Garfield Days. We, like you said last week, we still call it days, even though it's just one day now. Yeah. I was down there, me and my band, the Dope Music Crew. Mm-hmm. And so that was good. Garfield is an R&B kind of festival. And, I rap. So it's always cool that they accept me in those circles because they know, I'm not rapping about a bunch of craziness. Mm-hmm. So, Dope Music Crew is an original band. We got a bunch of original songs. Shout out to my crew. Shout out to Ace, the founder. But we also do some covers. And they be into them covers, boy. They be into them old school covers.
Absolutely.
So it was nice. It was nice to see all those black folks out there. Mm-hmm. It's something that happens every year, and if you didn't make it this year, make sure you make it.
Put it on your calendar
next year. Shout out to my guy Brian Brazil. I saw his son, who's just as tall as he was. Brian was like 6'5". He still is. I'm not saying it like he's passed away. He lives in Atlanta. He's 6'5", and his son is just as tall as him, and it looked just like him. But today just happens to be Brian's birthday. So shout out to Brian Brazil. Happy birthday, brother. I got a group of friends. Thank you. I've known Brian since first grade. Mm-hmm. So it was me and him and Diamond since first grade. Then I got another group of friends that I've known since third grade. So I walked in this morning and I was thinking of that, and I was like, man, I'm blessed to have friends that I've known for over 40 years. Mm-hmm. That I'm still cool with. We ain't never fell out, none of that stuff.
Right.
And I just felt blessed. So this morning, this weekend, I just feel blessed to have all of this around me.
Yeah. That, of course, Garfield Day is definitely a good look for the city and the community as Absolutely. A whole. Are they going to keep it in September now? Are they kind of doing like what Summerfest did when they switched to the 3 weekends in June and July?
I don't know. I hope they keep it where it's been historically, because then if it moves too far into September, it's gonna be cold.
Right? Yeah. You definitely taking chances,
right? Because it rained earlier in the day,
right?
And I will say this: the crowd wasn't as big
as it normally
is.
Yeah. Probably because people, when you get any rain, sometimes people that already had plans be like, I don't know if I'm going to go now. But some of the estimates were saying there's still about 15,000 people.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
But we know it's normally inundated with
you can't even,
thousands more. It's congested.
Yeah, it was a lot more space.
Gotcha.
But it wasn't bad.
Right.
Like in front of the stage where we performed on 5th Street, there's usually a bunch of lawn chairs and stuff all the way going back. All the way.
Like a whole stadium type audience or something.
All the way back to that driveway back there to that parking lot.
Yeah.
It was still lawn chairs in there, but it wasn't as as deep going back. But, I had no problem with that.
Yeah, I think that it might have been twofold, Dame, in my opinion. I think it might have been twofold. One, because people were used to having it in July and probably didn't get the memo that, hey, it's in September now. You feel what I'm saying? So
they thought they missed it already.
Right. So I think that could have some of the effect on it. Not all of it, but you know what I'm saying? Some of the effect on it. And the fear that it was going to rain, because they were talking about, it's going to rain. You get what I'm saying? Just like this weekend coming up, they're saying like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's just going to be raining. You feel what I'm saying?
It's that season. What happens?
The YouTube page, of course, and the X page and Facebook Live, you can stream. You can watch us live. I want to give a great shout out to everybody's checking in on the YouTube page already. Not really a city girl. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Ariane Kawanda. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. 50 and Fit with Mick. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Kiana S. Williams. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Anita Nicole. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Craig XL. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Sis Star Lorena Star Marie. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Venus Jones. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Gabe Williams. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. D.E. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. And to everybody that is checking in early, Dr. Clarissa Lawrence, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Truth Nation, we love you. And we also love for you to participate, of course, as we get into our dialogue and some of the topics that we'll be talking about on this morning. And always remember the Truth Talk text line 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. And that's how you can get engaged and let people know. Because, sometimes, people can write down a comment and it can be misconstrued. Be like, so you saying, be like, no, that's not what I'm saying. So sometimes you want to call in and break it down. And
sometimes we want to hear your voice.
That's it. Yeah. That's why it's Truth Nation.
That's why it's Truth Nation. Sometimes we want to hear your voice, want to hear what you got to say. Call us in and let us know what you feel.
Theo Jenkins, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Hashtag that part. Hashtag facts. So as it relates for me, when we talk about how did my weekend end up going, normally I've been involved with Garfield Day and along with the America's Black Holocaust Museum and the Greater Milwaukee Urban League. So I usually end up doing a live broadcast from there. And because one of the main people that sets up the guests and all of that and the intervals for them was not going to be available. So we decided against doing it about a week before the actual Garfield Day. So it opened up for me to be able to go to Tacos and Tequila Festival because everybody on there, I had a hand in their careers.
That's dope.
You feel what I'm saying? So Young Jock was excited to see me. He came out first. He was excited to see me and chop it up. When he got off stage, they were getting ready to take him to his trailer, and he was like, hold up. Home blow. Man, how you doing? Jumped out, told him, we gonna wait and let me go speak to my guy. And then he went around the city, just blessing some people later that evening or whatnot. So it was great to see him and talk to him and tell him how proud I am, how he branched out from, just the music. You feel what I'm saying? And the things that he's doing and the podcast that him and Cam do and all of that. Also, Mike Jones, he was happy and ecstatic, telling everybody around him, man, this one right here, Mike Jones, especially here in Milwaukee and all that. I've been here. I came in 2004 and all of that. So he's like, yeah, this man right here got my music hot in Milwaukee. Dope. And he kept giving love to the 414.
Mike Jones.
Who?
Mike Jones.
And then, of course, Paul Wall, he was excited to see me as well.
Paul Wall was there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Paul Wall, and once he got done performing, he had to rush out and go to Chicago because he had a performance in Chicago. Then, of course, shout out to TJ Chapman, TJ's DJs. Of course, he is the person who found B.O.B. and a lot of other artists. And so when I got the word that I wasn't going to have to work at Garfield, I'm like, okay, bam, I hit him up. Like, what we doing? He was like, man, you can come now? I'm like, yep, absolutely. So went hung out all day with them. So when B.O.B. came out, on stage and just, letting him do his thing and me filming and a lot of people.
Do B.O.B. still think the world is flat, though?
He's different. B.O.B. is different. I'll just say that. You got something, Andrew? Great morning to our producer, Andrew.
I love B.O.B., man. That was my artist growing up. I love B.O.B.
I love it.
Yeah. So that was a great look. Initially, Trina was going to come out before B.O.B.
I was going to ask you.
But then they ended up, she ended up coming out after B.O.B. Arrival issues, but she was in town.
It out?
No.
Who closed it out?
Lil Jon. He was the headliner. John. So kicking it, chopping it up with B.O.B. and then, of course, when Trina came out and her husband was here with her. So that was dope.
Forget it.
You saying because her husband was here.
I got a Lil Jon story real quick. Listen, when I was
we going to get to Lil Jon. So we'll get to Lil Jon. Because hanging out, and I got photos with everybody, of course. And then after Trina, we ended up having Pretty Ricky.
Oh, okay.
And they ended up actually, because I was, just chopping it up with them. And again, instrumental in their career. All of these artists, man, it's a blessing to be instrumental in their career. And so Blue, Pleasure P, Spectacular, all of them. And then they wanted me to
on YouTube
pull me out.
And they still sound as good today as they did then.
Yep. So me and my wife, Cheryl, we was, on stage, and sitting side and all that kind of stuff. And he was like, no, Blue was like, no, Blue, y'all come out here too. Y'all come out here too, when he was doing the slow song for all of the married couples. So me and my wife had to slow dance on the stage. Kyle got pictures of it. And then, of course, Lil Jon was the headliner, and he usually has a silent stage, which means that nobody is allowed to be on stage at all. And the head of security was like, man, he don't let nobody be on stage. He said, that man really respects you because he don't let nobody be on the stage when he's out there performing. So me and my wife were on stage, sitting stage right for his whole set and all that. But it was a great thing, man. I remember bringing him to Milwaukee with Craig Berry in 2001 when Couldn't Be a Better Player came out, but he came out. I was with him, Who You With in 97, Bounce That in 98. So, man, he was happy to see me. I was happy to see him. What's your story about Lil Jon before we go to break?
When I was in college at Florida A&M, I was in a rap group called Seismic. Shout out to my people, Mr. and Gerald. We were in a rap group, and we was all over. We was a college rap group. Every college has that group or something that's doing it, right? And it was the HBCU. Anyway, somebody had heard about us at LaFace Records, right? And we were like, okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was whatever, because we was young and dumb. We think this type of opportunity is gonna come all the time. You know what I mean? So of course we love Outkast and we wanted to be like Outkast and all of that stuff, but we didn't know the business or something. Anyway, long story short, this person that was pursuing us from LaFace Records was like an intern or something. It was like, it's just an intern, whatever. Intern would become Lil Jon.
Right.
At that, he was trying to get into having acts and stuff.
Damn.
And so, right. So 30 years later, it was like he became Lil Jon. So I say that to say, watch you clown. Because we was like, man, he's just an intern. We ain't sweating that. Whatever. Let the executives come at us, right? He was trying to bring us to LaFace Records.
Yeah.
Because that's how dope we were at that time. And so if you know me, you know how I get down. And you know this isn't a tall tale. But yeah. So he was going to bring us to. So the long story short, we blew it. But that's my Lil Jon story. I got a bunch of stories like that.
Yeah. We're about to take care of some bills. Great morning to Sylvia Coleman. Love you, appreciate you. ATV Bob, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Miss Sean, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. We got to take care of bills, but we'll be black to talking about what is fair to say. We'll explain it more when we get black.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Do I dare even answer this man's call?
Sure.
Are you there?
I ain't even answered the damn call yet, man. Bob, keep this on. Bob, listen to me. Keep this on the subject matter, and if you can't, we can't take your call, man. You distracted.
Okay, now look. Since you don't listen to Linda about getting married, at least take that thing around your neck to push when something happens.
Watch all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows by subscribing to 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Celebrate the reigning queens of disco with Disco Divas, running at the Bradley Symphony Center September 26th through the 28th. Principal Pops conductor Byron Stripling will lead the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra and an all-star trio of vocalists in all of your favorite hits from the disco era. Think Donna Summer, Patti LaBelle, Diana Ross, and Chaka Khan, as well as the Bee Gees, Earth, Wind & Fire, and even Michael Jackson. Those silky high strings and thumping bass lines will never sound better as you dance and sing along in your seat to tunes like I Will Survive, We Are Family, I'm Coming Out, and more. So what are you waiting for? Get those sequins out of storage and call the box office now at 414-291-7605 for Disco Divas or visit mso.org.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Happy kids heal faster, and that's why Starlight is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids across the U.S. Learn how at starlight.org.
Hurt by a truck? Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
We're black. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with
the legendary Dame Elsie in the building.
Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth, inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. Truth Talk text lines are 833-212-1017. You can stream and watch us live on YouTube, also Facebook Live, and you can also follow us on X. So again, when you go, make sure you like and subscribe, and of course, the Facebook, make sure you follow the page so you can keep up with the truth.
That Facebook thing is new. Y'all get in on that. Get on the ground floor. With the new Facebook post and live streaming on Facebook.
Yeah, you see Kiana S. Williams says, see, Dame, you missed out on that blessing.
And I was young and dumb. I was young and dumb. Like I was telling y'all, that wasn't the only time. It's happened. But everything happens for a reason. And who's to say I would have been in the music industry and I've been a different person? I could have turned into Kanye. Because I met Kanye one time at a music festival. I was looking at a T-shirt. I had one sleeve. He had the other sleeve. He's like, man, you gonna get this? I was like, man, I ain't gonna get it, man. He's like, well, if you get it, if you don't get it, I'm gonna get it. And we just chopping it up for like 5 minutes about this Black Panther. This when he was Black Panther, black-owned Kanye. We sitting there talking about it, and we having a whole conversation. I go inside the seminar. We're bringing Kanye to the stage. It's this dude. I'm like, oh, this is a mess.
Yep.
I'm sitting there passing out CDs, and I don't give him one because we talking about this shirt.
Yeah.
And so there's been always something close, but I always think everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. When we're talking about what is fair to say, there's been a lot going on since the assassination of Charlie Kirk. But bringing it home, there's a lot of people who have been getting in trouble, and some even fired, for making posts. And it's what some people are deeming offensive posts. And so people are losing their job or threats of being fired. And it comes to Milwaukee, where a Milwaukee child care employee has been fired after social media posts about Charlie Kirk's death. And it says an employee at Nextdoor, a child care organization in Milwaukee, was fired this week after posting on social media about the September 10th murder of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. The firing is one of several around the country, and the second in Wisconsin, linked to social media posts about Kirk's fatal shooting in Utah. A similar wave of firings happened in the wake of the 2024 assassination attempt on the president, the Orange Man. The post on September 10th described Kirk's death as horrible and said nobody should be a victim of gun violence. However, Kirk espoused pro-gun sentiments that largely align with his conservative base. The post said, which has led to too many unnecessary deaths. Yes, I am making his death political. No, I do not care. That's what the post said. If all you do is spew hate, you're bound to get some in return. The employee expressed hope that Kirk's death will wake some of you conservatives up to the fact that gun violence is a major problem in our country, but it's just a shame that it took one 31-year-old man for you to see it and not the countless amount of kindergartners. The Journal Sentinel, which is where this article is from, is not naming the employee, who expressed fears for their safety and said they have received death threats. Heather Marion Graham's Nextdoor's president posted an apology to Kirk and his family on September 11th and announced that the employee had been fired. Said following the tragedy, an employee of Nextdoor Milwaukee expressed personal views about the event on their personal social media page. Those views did not reflect the values or mission of our organization. That individual is no longer employed by Nextdoor. Grams added that the Early Child Care Center was temporarily disabling comments on its social media accounts. Officials with Nextdoor Milwaukee did not immediately respond to an interview request from the Journal Sentinel. This is at least the second worker in Wisconsin to be fired for posting comments deemed inflammatory by employers. On September 11th, two Wausau organizations, Wausau River District and Rise Up Central Wisconsin, announced the termination of Kaylee Wolk, who served as executive director and board of director, respectively. Wolk had reposted a news story detailing Kirk's shooting with the comment, "Well-deserved," followed by hand-clapping emojis. The post went viral with people condemning Wolk's comment and calling for the organizations to fire her. That part. So what is fair to say, which is what we're talking about, and freedom of speech, but watch what you say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Few points here. First, the first point is you have Charlie Kirk, who espoused and expressed some of the most racist, vile statements you can ever hear. If you Google them yourself, go on the internet, you'll get a list of 20. Every statement gets worse and worse. So, and everybody that has defended him has always said, oh, he's got freedom of speech. So that freedom of speech stops with Charlie Kirk. So again, unless you're on my side, then it doesn't matter what you say. Your freedom of speech doesn't matter. Your constitutional rights don't matter at this point because you're not talking about what I want to hear. Mm-hmm. So you got freedom of speech as long as you're saying something that I agree with.
Yep, watch what you speak.
Because when George Floyd died, or when Breonna Taylor was killed, when Tamir Rice was killed, when going back to even in Milwaukee when Frank Jude was killed, going all the way back to there, going when my brother was killed in the park, sitting on the bench. All of these people had different things to say. And I'm guaranteeing you that all of these organizations that are now letting people go and doing and suspending people and firing people had people in their organization that said something negative about George Floyd, said something negative about Breonna Taylor, said something negative about so many black people that have died at the hands of this system in this country, in this city, in this state, that nothing happened to them. And last week, we had a post, Andrew, good looking out, where it almost went viral. I keep saying almost like I'm almost famous. But where I said, this should make everything more clear. This should make everything more clear. If you are sending your kids to Next Door Foundation, you now know where they stand. They don't stand with you. And Next Door Foundation, they don't stand with you. You know, that's just how I feel. They may do great work, but the people that are running it are more fearful of those corporate dollars that they get than they care about what you think. Because Kirk was talking bad about every one of them black kids in that Next Door Foundation. He thought them black girls was too stupid to get a job. He thought them black boys needed to go to jail. But you going to tell me you're going to defend that? But you're not going to defend my right to have a freedom of speech? That's the problem with all this.
Yep. And just a correction, Frank Jude Jr. was not killed. He was viciously beaten.
Beaten, right.
He was viciously beaten. Just wanted to give that, because I know some people are like, oh, he got, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but, and he's had some mental episodes where he's destroyed gas station stores and all that kind of stuff. And I think that, unfortunately, it was a result of the initial beating that he ended up getting at the hands of law enforcement. But as it relates to the Next Door Foundation, and I know we got to get ready to take care of some bills, I think that when we talk about organizations like that and also being federally funded, you know, you have to, freedom of speech, watch what you say, and I think it's a decorum that the company has to take. So I understand where you're going. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. Truth Talk text lines open. We want to hear from you. 833-212-1017. What is your thought of these people that are being fired, whether it's CEOs or whatever the case may be? What's your truth on that? We'll be black.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Pull up to Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee and shoot your shot at big wins for Sweet Ticket September. Play with your rewards card for entries. Score triple on Drawing Thursday. Win slam dunk prizes like cash, reward plate, and tickets to see the Milwaukee Bucks in action. Sweet Ticket September. You ready for this? Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered. With fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel, Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
It's time for Truth Takes, a thought-provoking commentary on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Here is Tory Lowe with his truth.
It's official. July 5th is Tory Lowe Day in the city of Milwaukee and Milwaukee County. I am humbled to receive this proclamation from the mayor's office and the county executive's office. To me, this day represents life and purpose and being driven by passion to serve and empower others. It's about being unselfish and answering the call to help those in need and living life with intention. Despite challenges and obstacles, I remain focused on creating real change in my community, county, and state. This recognition isn't about me. It's about the collective efforts of those who supported me along the way. It's about the resilience and determination that defines my journey. As we celebrate this day, I want to leave you with a challenge. What will you do to create positive change in your community? Will you get out and volunteer, mentor, or simply be a support to a friend? Whatever it is, I urge you to take action. Together, we can build a brighter future, one that's filled with hope, opportunity, and empowerment. I am honored to serve, and I am grateful for this recognition. Let's continue to uplift and support one another, striving for a better tomorrow. So what does Tory Lowe Day mean to me? Let's make a difference together. Let's stay committed to our purpose and keep pushing forward even in the face of adversity. I'm excited to see the impact we can make, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to serve alongside such an amazing community. Now, my question is, what does Tory Lowe Day mean to you?
This has been Truth Takes on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Listen to The Tory Lowe Show weekdays from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Eastbound 94, we got backups now from Highway 16 all the way through the Barker Road area. Also, more delays from the Zoo Interchange all the way to about 35th. The westbound side's backed up out of the Marquette all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound 41, heavy from Appleton Avenue down to Burleigh. Northbound Mayfair Road up to Burleigh. Then we've also got northbound 4394 backing up out of the Plainfield curve all the way up to broken down vehicle. Actually, the broken down vehicles on the southbound side, but we do have it slow northbound all the way up past Oklahoma Avenue. Southbound's got some pockets heading past Oklahoma Avenue as well. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly sunny, warmer inland with a high of 76 at the lake, 81 inland. Tonight, mostly clear, low of 63. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Truth Nation, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. You're in tune to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. We are talking about what is fair to say. What is fair to say? There are people who are losing their jobs. There are people who are being threatened of losing their jobs or their positions with some of their social media posts as it relates to the death of Charlie Kirk. So do you think that these places that are firing these people or suspending or taking some type of action, do you think they're wrong for doing that? Or do you believe, would you feel a certain kind of way if a company that you love or appreciate and someone from their company ends up saying certain things on social media? To continue to bring it home, legendary Dame Elsie, there's a lot of restaurants, lounges / bars where on their main social media pages, they're going back and forward with some patrons that may have said, I think that this is ridiculous. I think this is outrageous. And so there's a huge controversy with that, saying that, you know, the establishment, whoever it is, you shouldn't be on your social media page trying to go because somebody said that they didn't like the service or they felt they were disgruntled in some kind of way. Do you feel that some of those restaurants or whatever kind of business it is should go back and forth with somebody on their social media page? If they said something, you get what I'm saying? Like
that's up to the restaurant. If you defended yourself, I think it makes you look bad.
Yeah,
that you want to go. All right, man, you got your opinion. That's cool. It just makes you look bad when you go back and forth with people on social media, especially people that you don't know. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like I try not to get in internet beefs and go back and forth with people. Mm-hmm. I say what I got to say. Like, you know, when Andrew posts our stuff and people come on and they say X, Y, and Z, I don't got nothing to say to you. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say nothing. You know, it is what it is. And in this case, and what your example of the restaurants and stuff like that, nah. But in the case of this Charlie Kirk stuff with people putting on their social media and stuff, like these people are receiving. It's crazy that they say this. and then these people are receiving death threats.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to kill me for making a statement about somebody that you mad that got killed.
Mm-hmm.
The oxymoronic nature of all of this stuff.
Now that's the thing.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, to me that is the thing. But I think that there are situations where some people go outside of the scope of what is in contracts that they may have signed. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Where if you signed it, it's like, okay, I agree to what you said and I will follow these things. So they could very well say, as the owner of and the person in charge at Nextdoor Foundation was saying, it goes against, what we stand for and represent.
I would have to know. I would have to look at that contract and the statement, but I'm sure that contract don't say you can't have a freedom of speech. And what did they say that? And in this case, what would they have said that went against? What did they say? Go shoot the man. Did they say piss on his grave? What did they say?
It said well deserved. That's kind of, you get what I'm saying? So I'm just saying on that company kind of aspect, is it censorship? Yes.
It's absolutely censorship.
It's censorship. But again, when you sign up for certain things, there's agreements that you sign up and you sign it. And I feel like if you disagree with it, if you feel like it's going to stifle you, or you get what I'm saying, make it where you can't express yourself, then you know what, I can't sign this.
I believe that corporations do what they want to do, and they are going to extend that. Oh, this falls under your moral. A lot of times they say your moral agreement. You agreed to be morally sound and stuff. That's so vague that they can use it whenever they want to use it. Like I said in my opening rant, they probably could have used that same thing so many times against people when they've said stuff about George Floyd, or they said stuff about X, Y, and Z, but they're choosing to use it now because it makes it clear who they put on the pedestal. It makes it clear what they are beholden to. They are beholden to them dollars that they're getting from corporations. They are beholden to everything else except those people that they represent. And so the fact that, like Nextdoor Foundation, and we were talking about Elkhorn and Cudahy and all of these other places where these investigations have taken place where people have posted stuff and now they're being investigated. This should make clear to y'all what these people really think. And I'm not wrapping it up in some corporate ideology of this is what they have to do because it's corporate America. No, that's an escape route for them. That's a cop out for them. No, this is where they stand. And make clear where they stand.
We got Al from Sherman Park on the Truth Talk text lines 833-212-1017. Al from Sherman Park, great morning. I love you. I appreciate you. You hear the discussion. What is fair to say? What's your truth?
Well, we all have our truth, and it doesn't always align with someone else's truth. I got reprimanded earlier this year because all of my phone calls are recorded at work, right? So I told an older employee that had left our department, I was telling him about the dysfunction behind the scenes with the new process, and apparently one supervisor heard it when reviewing some calls, and she told my supervisor, and I got in trouble just because supposedly I was talking bad about another department in the company, and I was told that it's a privilege to work here, and if you don't like the processes, go work somewhere else. So even though it's my truth that the processes were janky, it wasn't how the company saw it. So freedom of speech only goes so far. And I think with Charlie Kirk, it depends on the arguments the debates that you've heard him in, and a lot of the stuff that people are quoting him on are taken out of context from the debate. If you start at the top of the debate and listened from beginning to end, and you still had that opinion, then that's fine. But if you're just hearing bits and pieces, be careful about the bits and pieces that you're hearing. Now, last week, people didn't like the fact that I was mentioning about the shooting involving transgender issues. And maybe they thought I was falsely projecting something onto the situation that wasn't there. But sometimes we have to wait and hear all of the evidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we have to wait and hear all of the debate from beginning to end. Judge the person.
Let me ask you this. What part of the debate would justify this man saying black women do not have the brain processing power to work a job and are stealing jobs from white men? What part of what else you need to hear?
That's someone's summation of it. I want to hear the actual
That's what he
words
said.
from the beginning of the debate. No, that's someone's summation of it.
No, that is verbatim, except for maybe a word here and there. That is verbatim what he said. Black women do not have the brain processing power to work these jobs and are stealing these jobs from some white man. They're taking his slot. That's verbatim, sir.
All black women or specific black woman?
He just said black women. Yeah, we're going to play the clip. But
okay, and I got to hear what the subject of the matter was.
Okay, all right. We did play it last week.
That's ridiculous.
We do have a poll up on our YouTube page. Should you be fired for something you post on social media? Yes or no? You can chime in and give us your thoughts on it. Should you be fired for something you post on social media? And we want to hear from you on the Truth Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. SIP 45, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. And yeah, man, this is the debate. This is the debate.
No. So you should not be fired for something you say in your personal life, and as long as it doesn't affect your job. That's my theory. I think we are allowing corporations, we are allowing and that's what they want, corporations to have a widespread control, but we are allowing our rights to be trampled on for the rights of these corporations, for the rights of a few, and that is what happens when you have an authoritarian government, when you have 1% in control, is that they can tell you what you can and cannot do on their time and on your time. You're not paying me when I'm at home. You're not going to tell me what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to do what I want to do.
On our YouTube page, ATV Bob said, you happy and clapping a man died? They killed him for making a statement and having an opinion. Now you get death threats and you scared? Laughing out loud. Come on now. Alfonso Fair, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Said at 1017 The Truth. But don't it specifically have to be in fine print stating, and if not, couldn't employee fight that? From the article in which I read, they did say that it's in their, it goes against their policies. So they did say that.
But what are their policies, though?
Whatever's in the employees
so vague. They can just say
sign.
That. They can just say it goes against our policy, our moral, and that's that moral thing.
Well, again, if there's policies that even we had to sign up on that talks about that. And so, yeah, it's a slippery slope. We'll talk more about it when we come back. Make sure you take the poll.
I'm going to be me.
All right. 833-212-1017. Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. We'll be black.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth. Need a way to hype up your day?
Hey, is this Carolyn?
It is.
Congratulations, Carolyn. You just won this
Congratulations.
Woo!
God is good all the time.
What would you do with $5,000?
I'm going to buy my nieces some school clothes because my nephew just passed away.
Aww.
So I'm going to get them some clothes.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
It's 101.7 The Truth. Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When a customer chooses Pella, one of the most important things to them is honoring that trust and commitment. A lot of customers might have apprehensions about inviting someone out to their home. But when you see the experience and professionalism, you can trust them with bringing your project to life. Their vision is to be the company that people want to do business with. Watching them work from idea to installation gives you the ability to see firsthand the care taken to ensure the Pella experience is complete. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Every piece is specifically constructed for you and your home, always designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance. The Pella team takes pride in constructing quality windows and doors with meticulous attention to every detail. Order by the end of the month and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 9/30/2025.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
They're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously. Play cut 52.
That's for you, Al. Just so you can know. Sherman Parker Al.
Let's see. Jonathan Green on our YouTube page. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Said, if I am not posting like now during work hours and do not apply to my job directly, I personally feel it is my opinion. Sometimes I do post and will start off with, in my opinion. Those who really pay attention to when I am speaking, pretty much everything I'm saying, I say, in my opinion, in my opinion. And that's the reason. The logic of it is because I see people that end up losing their job, getting suspended, whatever the case may be, some type of action that is put upon them, like a disciplinary action. So I'm like, yeah, well, I took ownership of it. I say it in my opinion. Even on my online platform, I'm like, in my opinion. So if you don't, and I had a disclaimer, and I'll say, like, these are my opinions, these are my views. So again, yes, send all mail to me, basically, and don't blame the brand.
Yeah,
but yeah, so
I woke up this morning singing a song, and I see why it's in my head now. What's that song that my man said? Outside in the club, and you think I'm a punk.
Yeah, Never Scared by Bone Crusher.
I ain't never scared. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, and if somebody get mad, they get mad. It is what it is. That's how I was raised. I'm not gonna bite my tongue for nobody. I'm not gonna play no games. And it's gotten me in trouble in the past, but I own up to it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like sometimes you got to speak the truth, and if you're speaking the truth, then it's okay. Like with Charlie Kirk, his people think that he was speaking all the truth in the world, and so they back it up, and they're so gun ho about it that they're gonna give people death threats about people saying that he wasn't speaking the truth, which is crazy.
Anita Nicole said, companies started implementing social media policies a few years ago. R.N. Kawanda said, exactly, Dame. I tell them I am professional 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Anything after that, I'm on my time. But let me just say, as it relates to that, and when people are looking to, like, when you apply for a job, and I tell people this in positions of authority, like, look, what you got to understand, even if you're an artist, if you're an R&B artist, you're a gospel artist, you're a hip hop artist, when you're trying to get signed by these labels or trying to get a distribution deal or whatever the case may be, employers or those people in charge, we look at your social media. We look at your social media, and it influences our decision on if we're going to hire you or not. Because if we feel like you're going to be a liability to the record company or the record label or the company, it's like, you know what? Yeah. And I know a lot of people who, because of feeling like, well, that's my social media page, and I'm just letting people know, and I'm sure other people should be able to attest to it as well, that, yeah, they scour and find out. Because oftentimes they'll find out who you are before you realize that they done found out. They'll be like, yeah, I know you.
That's why
I know about you. So it does happen. It does, huh?
But you got to keep your stuff private. My stuff is private mostly.
Okay.
And in most cases, but in another situation, I don't want to work for them then.
Mm-hmm.
If that's how they gonna be. And so it's good that they don't hire me because I'm not an employee for you. You're not the employer for me because I'm not that guy. I'm gonna always speak my mind. I'm gonna always say what I need to say. Like, I'm not mad at Charlie Kirk for speaking his mind. I'm mad at him for the things that he said. You know what I'm saying? For the ignorance that he spewed. Now, if he could say that stuff and not say it in the way that he was saying it and not be so vile and not be so racist and not be so much of a bigot, and we could have an actual conversation and he could have his point of views, that's different. But the way he's spitting it is offensive. You know what I'm saying? So it's a thin line between freedom of speech and being offensive. And I just think that these people that are getting in trouble and losing their jobs and this, that, and the other, the things that they've said is light. You know, it's light to me. And they shouldn't be losing their jobs. But because if his shoe was on the other foot, if it was a black person that had gotten killed or a marginalized person, when it happens to us and all of these, because these the same people, we have to call them out, right? We have to go on their Facebook and be like, look, this is such and such, and he works at such and such company, and call that company and tell them what this man said. If we don't do that, they're not being proactive. These are instances of these companies being proactive and saying, oh, we saw you said this, get out of here. Yeah. You know, come on.
Hey, ATV Bob on our YouTube page. And remember, when you're there, make sure you like and subscribe. Also, you can catch us on Facebook Live at 1017 The Truth. And, of course, on our X page. And if you want to join in on the conversation, 833-212-1017. ATV Bob said, just so people know, every YouTube comment is kept on your Google profile. Maybe go black and delete your chat log history. Kenya Rue 0351, great morning, love you, appreciate you, said code of conduct. Code of conduct. So we're going to go to the True Talk text lines. We've got Majoya, great morning, love you, appreciate you. You hear the dialogue. What is fair to say? What's your truth?
Honest to the ancestors. Listen, there's no code of conduct when it's your own personal site. I mean, come on now. There's no code of conduct. I mean, if you're blasting the company you're with and calling out people, that's a different story.
Right.
But if you're making a comment about someone else that really doesn't have any connection to the company, they want to fire you anyway. They've been looking for ways to fire you. And they're just copping to that. Because there's been a whole lot of else things said on here that was way worse when it comes to other people, yet there's some people that still have their jobs, and that's fact. So the problem, the situation is, once they fire those people, find out where their jobs that then go apply for, because they're open positions now. But that's just a new means. That's just a new means of getting rid of people they want to get rid of.
That's a hard truth, Majoya.
I didn't expect it to. Hold on, brother. I didn't expect it to go that route.
You've been looking for a job in this field?
You see, they fired.
We got a job opening.
It's a job opening.
We got a job opening.
Jesus Christ.
Pay attention
you love
to
children?
all the people that. Right. Pay attention to all the jobs, all the people that lost their jobs for saying foolish stuff over nothing, and then go apply for them positions. So it's always a silver lining in the cloud, right?
Yes.
You got to look at it.
Yes.
Wow.
So, you know,
that's
the truth.
Gangster stuff right
that's
there.
The truth. That's
old game. That's old game. You know, that's old game.
Yeah.
And then, hold on, give you one more. When you get that job, you know not what to say on social media.
Right.
So if you ain't learning, and all these are new ninja rules because it's going to affect us the most. But we don't care about him to the point where we're saying something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably ain't going to get pushback from working at Burger King. So that's just corporate America.
Listen.
All right.
Thank you, brother.
Great comments, Madroya. Alfonso Dupree on the YouTube page. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Gabe Williams on the YouTube page said, why look at our personal accounts if you're not talking about the job or our place of business? You have to really read your contracts. Like, again, you have to really read, and not only read it, you got to understand it, in my opinion. So don't only read your contract, but understand it, because then you will be asked. And I tell people, if you really don't understand something, don't just give a quick yes. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, and you're just saying, okay, well, I got X amount of time to respond to this contract and give them an answer, and just go like it's so many people that blind sign contracts, Dame, whether it's like for cable or whatever it might be, internet.
I read all myself.
And don't read that long fine print stuff that's on there talking about we're not responsible if your TV gets dots on it because of you using our service. We're not responsible for this. We're not liable for this. We're not liable for that. But then the first thing some of those people do is be like, oh, y'all messed my TV up. It said don't hook a video game up to the TV, but you hooked the video game up to the TV. So just like with the floods, if you mention flood when your water heater or your washer and dryer, they'd be like, oh, you voided your warranty. Be like, what?
Yeah.
But I paid the extra for the extra part. That extended car auto insurance. You get what I'm saying?
Listen.
And to find out that it ain't worth nothing. It ain't worth nothing.
That's the game these corporations play. That's the game. They put it in the fine print, so you better read it.
That's it.
You better know what it is. But understand this. Corporations and a lot of businesses go too far. Everybody's talking about personal freedoms. Personal freedoms. Charlie Kirk had personal freedoms. He had freedom of speech. All his followers had that stuff. Where are my personal freedoms at? Where is my freedom of speech at? Then once again, I'm left to believe that freedom of speech is only free when it's them.
Yeah. Freedom of speech. Watch what you speak. Can I get that music bed out, Andrew? I want to let people know it's about that time, people. It is about that time. Truth Nation, now is your chance to be our one call, that's all, Gruber 5K giveaway entry for the day. Yes, you can be entered to win $5,000 courtesy of Gruber Law Offices. Right now, be caller number 7 at 833-212-1017, and you will be entered in to win the $5,000 giveaway with the award-winning 1017 The Truth and Gruber Law Offices. Again, that is caller number 7 right now, 833-212-1017. Remember, if you or a loved one has been injured in an accident, contact Gruber Law Offices today. Visit them at gruber-law.com. For official contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, good luck. We'll be black.
Hey, Truth fam. This is your girl, Melanie Ricks, and I want to remind you to tune into Nothing But the Truth digital show with me, Melanie Ricks, presented by Visit Milwaukee. Every Wednesday at 6 p.m., a new episode drops on the 1017 The Truth YouTube page. And since it is on YouTube, I hold nothing back. I give you all my hot takes on celebrity gossip and give you the tea on relationships that you don't want to miss. Subscribe to 1017 The Truth on YouTube so you never miss Nothing But the Truth digital show, dropping every Wednesday at 6 p.m., presented by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world class.
Need a way to hype up your day?
Hey, is this Carolyn?
It is.
Congratulations, Carolyn. You just won this money.
Woo! God is good all the time.
What would you do with $5,000?
I'm going to buy my nieces some school clothes because my nephew just passed away. So I'm going to get them some clothes.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Tired of hearing no from other banks? No to a loan? No to a checking account? Just no? At Brewery Credit Union, we find ways to say yes. Yes to second chances. Yes to rebuilding credit. Yes to helping you save, borrow, and thrive. Work with our credit specialist and move your financial life forward. Brewery Credit Union, Milwaukee's best place to borrow and save. Visit brewerycu.com. That is brewerycu.com. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it, we can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family-owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
How is it possible for somebody to be found guilty of something and serve no jail time? How is it possible that someone can get a first offense misdemeanor when it comes to marijuana here in the state of Wisconsin and can face up to 6 months in jail, but 2 men who are convicted of murder get probation? This is not what justice is about. Why does this keep happening, Truth Nation? And why does it always seem like black people die and we don't get the justice that we deserve? How should we react to this? If you commit a crime, you must do the time. If you take somebody's life, you have to pay the cost. I don't care that it was an accident, because it does not make sense to me how someone can be murdered and somehow they get no time. Even if you accidentally kill somebody, you are still a murderer, especially when you plead guilty to felony murder. Marijuana will get you more time in jail than killing somebody, especially when it comes to a black man here in America, unfortunately.
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app. All of your favorite 1017 The Truth content whenever you want. The Truth app has it all. The Truth is on 1017 and 1510 WGKB Waukesha, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. This is Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Check it out one time.
We're black. We are your cousin subs of the day. I'm a club sub, the legendary Home Blow, along with
legendary Dame Elsie in the building.
We got to congratulate Tiffany. Tiffany has qualified for our Gruber One Call, That's All $5,000 giveaway. Yeah, so Tiffany, you ain't got $5,000 yet, but you're on your way. You are on your way. You are now qualified. You are qualified. So if anybody tell you you ain't qualified, you be like, you a damn lie.
Yeah, don't come up here knocking on the windows talking about where my 5,000. We ain't got it.
To the windows.
You just qualified.
To the walls.
It's not in your pocket. It ain't in your purse. You ain't got it yet, but you gonna get it. You got a chance.
You got a chance. You are entered. Rachel O'Dwyer, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you on the True Talk text lines YouTube page. Sincere Ronnie Ray Real, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Rachel said 100%. I was completely shocked when the pastor said we were going to pray for Charlie Kirk and his family. What happened to separation of church and state? I don't recall praying for the senator that was murdered in Minnesota. Needless to say, I'm searching for a new church. Hashtag that part. What is the poll looking like? Our producer, Andrew, what is our poll looking like? Should social media post be
75% say no, you shouldn't be fired for a social media post.
I have to agree with that.
Yeah.
And speaking of church and state, I was just looking behind me on our big, beautiful screens here in the American Family Insurance Studios at the Truth 101.7, and they were talking about the Pope saying that there is a growing divide between CEOs and their workers. This is what we've been talking about is an example of that divide. The corporations are trying to exude too much control over our lives without giving us more of what we need, right? So I got to work 2 or 3 jobs to make it, to survive. I saw a poll that said that there is no state or no place where people can work like one job and still, survive off minimum wage or whatever the case may be. Most people are working one job and then have another hustle. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If I got to do all of that, what make you think you're going to control the rest of my life? You know, what makes you think as a corporation that you have the rights to control the rest? You're not the NBA, you're not the NFL where you're giving me $10, $12 million a year, and our brands are interconnected and woven together. So what I do, you do, I'm your product, you're my product. It's not that. I go to work, I give you my 8 hours, I've given you my time. Now when I go home, that's my time. And so these contracts that you're speaking of, people need to really start looking into those and start seeing what they're giving away for how much they're getting in return.
Read. Reading is fundamental. There were only 4 NFL teams that didn't do a moment of silence. And that was the Lions, the Bengals, the Ravens, and the Vikings. Colts.
The Colts.
Yeah. So they didn't do a moment of silence. So let me before we go to Al on our True Talk text line, some of the text messages that have been sent in. Marte, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Says some of the people that are getting fired for their disgusting comments of Mr. Kirk are people that care for you when you're sick or teach our children. Stacey Evans on the Talk text line. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Said, morning, gentlemen. Yes, fired for posting social media, even if not associated with your job. If you own up to it being you and use prejudice, stereotypes, hate language, it can't be a part of the organization. Dwayne Holland, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Said, good morning. Good show. Legendary and legendary. Thank you for participating and joining us with Truth in the Morning. We're getting ready to go to Al on our Truth Talk text line. Al, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. You hear the conversation. What's your truth?
My truth is I think it's a bunch of pig boo-boo in a pen. When I get off that clock, whatever I decide to say that comes out of my mouth is my business. You don't dictate how I talk. I'm grown, and I'm not going to be walking on eggshells to say something. And if it is in the policy, you better show me fine print, because I'm going to ask all the way down to the nitty-gritty. Number 2, I keep hearing this person keep bringing up transgenders, but you fail to say they're white. But my question to you, and is it DZ or Dane? I want to make sure I get it right.
Yeah.
Dane. My question to the both of you, if I'm always bringing up transgenders, and I like the same thing as transgenders, and the only thing that's different is the positions, what would that say about me? If I'm constantly talking about transgenders and I like the same thing they like, but we just doing different positions, how the hell that make me look?
That's like a riddle, Al. You hit us with a riddle. I don't know the answer to that one.
I mean, it's like an alcoholic that's talking. It's like an alcoholic that's talking about a drug addict. We both get high, so how can I talk about you? With this, you know, like Al from Sherman Park, he keep bringing up transgenders. You like the same thing they like. It's just different positions. So what does that say about you, boo? Because I'm just calling out the hypocrisy. If you're going to talk about one that likes the same thing you like, talk about yourself, because you're trying to push a narrative and it's going to continue to backfire on you, just like backshot.
Okay. Hey, it's 8 o'clock in the morning.
Hey, listen, Andrew, you know that meme where the dude is where the woman is lost and it's all these equations going around? That's me right now.
Like some Einstein type stuff.
I got equations going around me, Al equations, and I don't know what's going on.
Like Einstein, when they point out the theory of relativity and all of the E equals.
I don't know what Al said. I don't know what's going on. I just know it was like a riddle.
On our YouTube page. And Dan, we see you. We'll get right to you in a moment. I just like to make sure that we include all of Truth Nation, whether you're calling in or whether you're on our YouTube page, Facebook Live, or our Talk Text page. So I want to say great morning to RC Creation Muse. Said no such thing as separation of church and state. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. Sincere Ronnie Ray Real said, that's mad crazy. A moment of silence is beyond ridiculous. They better have that same energy from here on out moving forward, for real, for real. Let's see. Said, well, I guess that means shots are fired. Pow, pow. So let me get ready to go to our Truth Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Dan, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. You hear the conversation. What is fair to say? Can you put what you want to on your social media pages? What's your truth?
Man, if they ain't paying these bills, they can sit their butt down or catch me outside.
That part.
Plain and simple. But it's just funny, man, the contradictions and everything, man. You know, like when you just made that last comment about, the people that's, excited about, that was happy what happened to Charlie Kirk and everything, are the same people that's taking care of people in the hospital and teaching our kids. But it's the same people that's out here, trying to push Trump's agenda, too, that's teaching our kids and taking care. So what's up?
Right.
So we all not allowed to have an opinion?
It is. And I agree with you. Thank you for the call.
Freedom of speech. Watch what you say.
It is white supremacists that are working as police officers, that are working as fire department, that are working in so many different positions across this city, across this nation, across this world, and nobody. And it's okay. So what are we saying here? All these people did was make a comment about Charlie Kirk, another human being that passed away. Fine. That's okay to me. As long as I'm okay with that, because he was able to go on to college campuses and talk his talk because they said freedom of speech. But now you're telling me I can't work because of what I say? I'm not able to do my job effectively because of what I say? That's why I say corporations are getting too much of our time for not giving us enough in return.
Producer Andrew, you got some commentary here?
I'm as confused as Dame was with Al's call. I'm still trying to pull myself together from that. But yeah, that was my main thing.
Yeah, Andrew, you lost too? You're still lost.
Tamisha Gilbert, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. RC Creation Muse on the YouTube page said, I do not agree with the orange man lowering flags and so on. We've lost law enforcement officers that did not get that honor. That's true.
Listen, this dude, Charlie Kirk, was a part of a so right conservative group that they were beefing with another group called the Gropers, right? Mm-hmm. Now, this group is even further right. Mm-hmm. And so I say that to say he was. Why are you beefing with another white supremacist group? Because they think you're not white supremacist enough. They agree that you're white supremacy, but then they think you're not white supremacy enough. So why are we lowering the flags for somebody who is and has stated to be a white supremacist? That just shows you, like I said last week, this should make everything more clear for everyone.
All right, we got to get ready to take care of some bills. I am the legendary Home Blow. He is the legendary
Dame Elsie.
And we'll be black.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you can save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
School's back in session. Kids have their backpacks, school supplies, and new clothes. But are you ready as a parent? Families are the single most important factor in a child's academic success. This year, get to know your child's teachers. Stay engaged with their learning. Don't be shy about asking questions along the way. Because as a parent, you are your child's first and most important teacher. Learn more about how City Forward Collective is helping families, students, and schools thrive at cityforwardcollective.org. It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. When a customer chooses Pella, one of the most important things things to them is honoring that trust and commitment. A lot of customers might have apprehensions about inviting someone out to their home, but when you see the experience and professionalism, you can trust them with bringing your project to life. Their vision is to be the company that people want to do business with. Watching them work from idea to installation gives you the ability to see firsthand the care taken to ensure the Pella experience is complete. When you want long-lasting comfort and reliability, it's easy to trust Pella. Every piece is specifically constructed for you and your home, always designed with innovation and rigorously tested for quality and performance. The Pella team takes pride in constructing quality windows and doors with meticulous attention to every detail. Order by the end of the month and get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 9/30/2025.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Calling all black-owned business owners and entrepreneurs. Are you looking to share your story and grow your reach? We have teamed up with Associated Bank for our Black-Owned Business Give Back. Each quarter, 4 lucky business owners will win an opportunity to spotlight their brand and journey on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. To sign up for your business spotlight interviews, visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That is blackbusinessgiveback.com. Let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure on the truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member of the FDIC.
We're black.
I said FDIC like it was a gang. Member of the FDIC. You gotta throw up gang signs when you say that.
Hey, the Truth Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. Again, Andrew, what are the poll numbers looking like now before we get ready to head into another subject here?
82% say no.
Mm-hmm. I just wonder how many of them actually read the fine print of their contracts that they signed. Because a lot of them don't. I'm telling you, people sign things so blindly, in my opinion, Dave. It's just like, we need your signature. Even when you go to a doctor's visit, they'll give you a brief synopsis. Well, this is basically saying that we can do this. But if you read that, you'd be like, huh?
Yeah.
What?
I hear you.
But they be done signed it. And then when they're when they're called to the carpet on it, be like, no, I didn't agree to that. Be like, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. That's what I think happens a lot.
I think the language may be vague for a reason. And if you reading the contract, and you should be able to say, look, this is too vague. What do you mean? I need you to be more specific. What acts can I do that you will find morally reprehensive that you don't want me to do?
A lot of people don't ask questions, though, Dan.
That's what I would. What acts?
You feel what I'm saying?
If you leave it vague like that, then you're leaving yourself open for what we have now. And they can say, but I'm guaranteeing you, a lot of these people are gonna get sued that are firing these people, and they're gonna end up paying. And they would rather pay these people and just get rid of them. Like one of the callers said, they probably wanted to fire him anyway. You know?
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think, Dane, that a lot of them are going to find out that they signed off on it. I'm telling you, like, I know that if they didn't, or if they didn't agree with certain stuff, that, yeah, they would have a case. But if they got your signature and they go to section this, and paragraph this, they're going to find out. And the people, some of those people, not all of them, some of those people are going to be like, oh, I didn't know that's what that meant. And that's why I say, if you don't understand something, you have to question it. You have to say, I don't. And we got a lot of people, Dame, that will just, like I say, blindly sign things, one to just get out of there and all of that. They don't end up hearing that, well, when you do this, it's just like when some people win the lottery, some of the fine print, like if you are in Chicago and win it, and then you come back to Wisconsin, you're going to get taxed from Chicago, but you also going to get taxed from Wisconsin. Some of the game shows that people win on, they can't even claim their prize because they ain't got the money to pay the taxes on that new car. You know what I'm saying?
I had an auntie that won a car, so I know, that to be true.
Yeah,
so I understand the front, but then again, I'm just saying,
no, I get where you're going.
If it's too vague, then I think you have a right to challenge it. If it's too vague and they're not specific in saying you can't say X, Y, and Z, and the determination is this has been determined to be a morally a morally reprehensible thing that you've done. Well, let's describe what's morally for you and morally for me. And I think in a court of law, that could be determined, because I think these corporations leave these things vague for a reason.
Andrew wants to chime in. What you got, Andrew?
Can I play devil's advocate here for a second?
Say what you got to say.
So if I'm
Are you the devil?
If I'm a business,
No, are you the devil? Are you the devil? You said you want to play devil's advocate. I think you have to be the devil to play devil's advocate. So are you the devil?
Some might
for
say.
the moment. Okay, go ahead.
All right, so if I'm a business and I'm hiring Andrew Zimmel, saying like, hey, I'm expecting you to kind of represent like the business side of things. I'm expecting you to represent the business all the way. That includes if I get, drunk at a Brewers game and throw some beer at a kid. If that gets caught on social media, I could get fired for that too.
Well, you see what happened to the CEO, and they both filing for divorces now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I get it.
I think that some of it is, we all agree that Charlie Kirk, not a nice guy, arguably one of the worst people. But like, maybe we don't dance on social media for a couple days.
Listen. I don't care. Listen, this is what I'm saying.
I don't care.
Listen, this is what I'm saying. And I'm just using a historical point of view on this, is that in the past, these types of things have been done when, say, a white man was dating a black woman. Well, we hear that you're dating this black woman, and that's morally something we don't. Morally is always something that's fluid and vague. So unless they are going to be more specific, oh, you're gay. We saw you at the gay club. You're going to lose your job, because that's not morally what our company represents. I think that's why I say people can sue and they would have a case, is because they've been doing these things for decades. For as long as companies and corporations have been around, they've been using it. And I think it's fluid. And because it's fluid, you have a case in court to say, you didn't say specifically, or you're being discriminatory or you're violating my free speech. I think that's something the courts can determine.
And again, so that's if people really did their homework, man. You got to dot your I's and cross your T's. And when you don't, man, it's going to be trouble. Also, going black, and you can call in if you still have commentary about this particular topic, 833-212-1017. You gotta know that the FEMA, they done a breakdown on the FEMA and about how much people, 1,500 people, broken down to where they would get about $20,000 at max a piece for whatever damages that you may have received. But it's a first come, first serve basis.
It's gonna be way more than 1,500 people. That's gonna. You think?
No, they broke down that 29.8 million is gonna be 1,500 people.
Oh, so they're gonna they're limiting it to 1,500
people.
And
they're gonna get about 20,000. Yep, they can get up to 20,000. Yep.
That's gonna.
It's an article.
It's gonna be a lot of people mad.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be a lot of people mad because it's 1,500 just on Sherman.
Right. Absolutely.
Damn near,
Absolutely. And the deadline to request it is November 12th.
Shout out to Ayana, that's her birthday. But that's crazy that it's only 1,500. 1,500 people, and that's for the whole county?
Yeah. Hey, listen, from the article, that is out there, it is definitely saying that the FEMA flood, and I'll read the article. It's a CBS 58.com article talking about this and doing the breakdown of it. Now, there's another class of federal funding that they're trying to get for disaster relief for business and corporate type situations as well. And they're saying that there's about 43 million, I believe, that they said that they're going to be trying to look for in those cases. But it says more than 1 month after a historic 1,000-year flood soaked much of southeastern Wisconsin, victims on Friday were able to begin applying for some of the nearly $30 million made available as federal flood relief. The president posted on social media Thursday, Wisconsin will receive $29.8 million in flood relief. A spokesperson for the Federal Emergency Management Agency, which is FEMA, said Friday those funds are for individual properties damaged. State emergency management officials said a second assessment, one focusing on public infrastructure damages, is still going on. Governor Tony Evers' administration has estimated the flooding caused $33 million in damage, including 1,500 residential properties that were destroyed or severely damaged in Milwaukee, Washington, and Waukesha counties. The $29.8 million given divided by those 1,500 properties would average out to slightly less than $20,000 per home. However, FEMA added that aid covers a wide variety of costs victims have had to cover, including temporary housing, home repairs, vehicle repairs, and moving expenses. Near the intersection of North 62nd and West Villard Avenue, Janine Bellamy stood over a pile of ruined belongings sitting on her curb. She said it was the 9th such pile she's had to set out since the August 10th downpour.
9th.
Tragic. It has been a complete tragedy, Bellamy said. We're blessed to still be here. However, it's been a lot. CBS 58 crew first went to Bellamy's home and interviewed her daughter, Kalia Carter, on August 11th, one day after the flood forced the family to walk through waist-high water to safety. At that time, the drenched basement was filled with ruined belongings. Friday, the basement was completely empty with the last of the wood paneling now a part of the pile out front. So, again, like I say, they're saying that 1,500 properties, breaking that down, a little less than 20,000 apiece. So that's going to be interesting in itself to see how that works out. DBJ, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. See you on the YouTube page. We have White Widow on the Truth Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. White Widow, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. You hear the commentary. What's your truth?
Good morning, Homer.
Great
and
morning.
Glenn. What people need to do if they're terminated for words off the clock, what they need to do is immediately file for unemployment. Let the state make a decision whether that's cause for termination. This is new ground. Also, what can be done is across the street from where you're working right now is that big blue building.
Yep.
In there is the National Labor Relations Board, and that's the feds. So at this point, you can also go to the National Labor Relations Board and file a complaint. You then have the state and you have the feds determining this question whether words off the clock are cause for termination. Now, with unemployment, it's not going to mean that you're going to get your job back, but it will mean that if the unemployment in the state of Wisconsin decides this is not cause for termination, you will get unemployment benefits. The National Labor Relations Board will cover your federal aspect. Is it a federal law that corporations indeed can fire you for the purpose of words off the clock? Both of those things need to be done before you even consider getting any type of personal attorney. Getting civil rights attorneys in this day and age, workers' comp, unemployment, are very hard to do unless there's a fatality or you lose an arm. So unfortunately, need to cover your bases. Utilize the agencies, state and federal, that we have available, that we as taxpayers are paying for. Start your fight now. And again, yes, corporations can do this. The military can do this. My brother was a lifer on Okinawa, 22-year Marine. When his daughter started getting out of pocket, it compromised his promotion. They told him, if you can't take care of your family, we're not sure you can take care of getting into a higher rank. He called me up. He said, Mel, I got to send my girl home. Take care of her. He did, and I got her through her high school. But absolutely, the corporations have long tentacles in every aspect of your life other than just getting a paycheck.
Thank you.
You all take care. You have a great day.
All right. We love you, White Widow. We got to get ready to take care of some bills. You're listening to the award-winning 1017 The Truth, Truth in the Morning, inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown. And, of course, we're at the Avenue. We'll be black.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth.
The Humane Animal Welfare Society, HAWS, believes in keeping pets healthy and families together. No one should have to choose between rent and veterinary care. The Wellness Clinic at Hawes Animal Shelter in Waukesha offers important basics of dog and cat care to our community. Pet owners can schedule general exams, sick visits, receive vaccinations, even get preventatives and nail trims. Appointments are available weekdays and can be scheduled by calling 262-542-8852. Contact Hawes of Waukesha today for your pet's care.
To help those who want to be helped but may not be able to afford it.
That's what PGA Tour winner Grayson Murray had envisioned for a foundation before he sadly took his own life at just 30 years old. His parents channeled their grief into creating the Grayson Murray Foundation, carrying out his vision to help those struggling with mental health and addiction. To donate and learn more, visit GraysonMurrayFoundation.com.
This is your Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin Community Impact Moment on 101.7 The Truth.
And what are some of the ways that you're inspiring people? Because, you know, one of the biggest opportunities, in particular in the African-American community, is access, exposure, and awareness.
For Versity Blood Center of Wisconsin, we've been here 76 years.
Wow.
And our mantra is saving the lives you love. So if someone you love needs a blood transfusion and they're in any hospital in Southeast Wisconsin here, that blood's coming from us. And so we're trying to make sure that we're communicating that, because I think folks maybe don't understand that blood can't be manufactured. And summers are always tough because schools are out and we collect about 20 to 25% of our blood from schools. Mm-hmm. So it's always a day-to-day struggle. We say that the blood that's on the shelves is the blood that saves lives. And a lot of times people are compelled to donate when something bad happens. And our mission and our job is to educate folks so that we can get ahead of the curve and keep 3 days of inventory on the shelves. Mm-hmm. So we're in a decent spot right now, but we're on the streets every day trying to inspire people to join our mission. One of our big projects that we're proud of is Versity on King, which is part of the Thrive on Collaboration in the Gimbel Schuster building on Martin Luther King Drive. And next year, we're going to open a destination center there. It'll be a blood donation center, but it'll be more than that, because we've realized that we can't be transactional with our relationships in the Black community. We need to do things that are intentional and that show that we're there to stay. But the reason that we're there is because not enough people that look like us donate. And so for disorders like sickle cell disease that disproportionately affect us, the race can matter. But I like to say that, you know, Black folks have a superpower in their blood. 44% of Black blood donors will have this rare trait that makes their blood more likely to be able to be a match for a sickle cell patient. And that 44%, like that is way higher than what we would find in other races.
To make an impact by donating blood in your community, visit versity.org today.
Southbound 41 backing up from Appleton Avenue all the way down to Capitol Drive. Northbound slow from Mayfair Road up to Capitol. Southbound 43 slowing from Good Hope Road all the way down to about Locust. Eastbound 94, watch for backups out of the Zoo interchange to 35th. The westbound side still dealing with a crash on the ramp from southbound 43 to westbound. The right shoulder is blocked, but it's still going to be slow all the way out to about Mitchell Boulevard. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today mostly sunny, warmer inland with a high of 76 at the lake, 81 inland. Tonight mostly clear, a low of 63. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Welcome, Black. Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. I am the legendary Homer Blow, along with the legendary
Dame Elsie in the building.
All right, we're talking about some of these FEMA funds and how they have said that about 1,500 people will be able to be helped with the FEMA help. And then there's also another portion, though, that they say, I think they asked for $43 million, Governor Evers, but more on the business side. So I think those will go to places like the Milwaukee Rep. You get what I'm saying? Who lost pretty much 90% of their stage props and all of that in the warehouse that they kept it in. And there was videos showing some of the stuff floating down the street. It's crazy because you can't even say floating down the river because the streets were the river, and that was crazy. So that's another part of it. Let me go and read something that came from our 1017 The Truth Facebook Live.
Facebook checking in.
Yeah. Deborah Szymanski-Cottrell said, this is nothing more than modern-day slavery, technology slavery. They are trying to stifle everything that's right instead of everything that should be. So you're going to tell me I can only talk when you say tough? I can only walk when you say walk? I can only do all the things when you say it's okay? No, that's not the way it's going to be for this person. I said, damn him to hell where he belongs, to hell with the rest of the orange man and everybody else that thinks that white way is the only right way. It's not. We all deserve a chance. Thank you for your comments. So Facebook Live, we are checking out and getting your comments as well. On the Truth Talk text line, we've got Wayne Tompkins. Great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Said, Dame and Homer, with these corporations and the firing of employees, it's no longer about what's morally right or acceptable. It's now 100% about the optics of the situation. Stacy Evans, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Say yes. Talking about the FEMA funds. If that's the case, only 1,500 people, there will be some angry folks. FEMA should have done an in-depth assessment and based each claim as an estimate. Example, this is only $7,200 or $4,100, not just $20,000 for each property. I agree. I agree with that.
I'm not mad at that either.
Huh?
I'm not mad at that assessment either.
Right. You feel what I'm saying? Because, that's crazy to sit and think that there's a lot of other people that could be helped with that $20,000, blanket check. And some people don't have $20,000 worth of damage. So it could go to somebody that may have $25,000, you know what I'm saying, dollars worth of damage. And you know what I'm saying? They can get that extra
like you said during the break, somebody may only need a water heater. Somebody may only need a furnace or something, $4,000-5,000, and I'm good.
Yep.
I may need some sewer stuff done, whatever the case may be.
Yep.
But I would hope that, and I don't know how FEMA does it, and we were talking about this in the break. I don't know if it's like they have, like you were saying, maybe they have these addresses already mapped out, right? I would hope not. I hope people would have to, apply, and then FEMA people go out and look at the property, make sure what they're applying for happened, and this, that, and the other, and then they can determine. I would hope it would just be y'all got $30 million, and until the $30 million is spent up,
right?
This is what it is.
That's how it should
apply
be.
To get your money. And so it might only be 1,500 households that were affected by it. Seems like it was a lot more than that, though.
Yeah, in my opinion. I didn't go around every place, but I drove around my city.
And maybe I'm just living in my bubble, and like I said,
and then we're talking about Milwaukee County,
right? But now we're talking about the whole county. So it seems like it was more than 1,500 people or households that got affected by this. So
yeah,
we'll
you got people in Oak Creek. You get what I'm saying? So
that's a lot of people.
People got to understand, like all of the other entities when it comes to Milwaukee County. So when you're talking about Milwaukee County and you're talking about 1,500, I think the city of Milwaukee probably got 1,500 by ourselves.
More than that, probably.
You get what I'm saying?
560,000 people in this city, right? So that's not even that's such as. Then you add in the whole, like you said, the whole rest of those surrounding areas, the county as a whole, Milwaukee County as a whole. There's only 1,500 people that you think were really affected by this. Come on, man.
So yeah,
I think I seen more than 1,500 just on Facebook when I'm scrolling.
Right, that's where I'm going.
That day that it happened. You're talking about people, cars, all these cars. Those people can apply for FEMA too, right?
Right,
all
absolutely.
of that stuff that got damaged. So you thinking all this street full of cars, each one of them is a different person.
That's right.
And they now they want to apply for FEMA refunds for their car damage or whatever.
Because it's safe, vehicle repair. Yeah.
So 15. Now that I'm thinking about it, really, 1,500 is light. And hopefully they extended past 1,500, and maybe that's just an estimate. But if that's what they use to determine how much money they were going to give, 1,500 people, $20,000 per person, it's going to be a lot of mad people.
Yeah.
Come November 12th when they cut it off.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of mad people.
But as I always say, right now, just apply. Go ahead and start applying. Don't let that dismal commentary that was put out there, the assessment from the CBS58.com news, that you don't stand a chance. You're not going to even be in the fight if you don't understand apply. So you at least still have to enter into the fight. Andrew?
And we've posted those to our Facebook and Twitter, the website and the phone number.
Oh, okay, good. I was looking for it. So good looking out, Andrew, because I know we talked about it last time, and I had Googled it, and we mentioned it on air. So that's why I like Andrew. See that right there? That's my man right there. Good stuff, Andrew.
Pause. Anyway, I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to do it. I wasn't going to do it.
You can't give me what that's my man
Yes,
right
you
there.
can.
No, come on,
You
man. That's
know you
70s
can.
talk. That's
Hold
my
on.
brother right
Stop
there. That's
it,
my
bro.
guy.
All that other stuff was 70s talk, bro.
That's my man
All that
right
other
there.
stuff was 70s talk,
I
man.
didn't
But it's
say
all
like-
Paul. You
I
said,
accept
that's my man right there.
I didn't. First of all, my tone was not like that. The way you said it was not the way that I said it. Not that it matters. You know what I'm saying? Andrew, don't listen to this.
You didn't
brother,
say
man.
that. You didn't say that's
I didn't say it like that.
That's my man.
I said that's my man. Right
Yeah, you hear it?
like that. Like that's my guy. That's
No,
my
you didn't say
brother.
that's my guy. You said,
I said that's my
that's
man.
my man right there.
Come on. Nobody even said
My
that
man,
no more.
my man,
Do women
my
even say
man.
that?
I'm just saying, they say my man,
Do
my
women even
man,
say
my man.
that? You
Yeah,
two people,
they be
do y'all
saying
even say my man?
my man.
Facebook people,
It's a
do y'all
whole
even
little
say that?
thing, Dave. You ain't heard women hollering out, my man, my man, my man. I'm just saying.
That's such.
No, I know. That's what I be saying on some of the ones, but you know.
That's such a Tina Turner thing.
Hey,
to say.
man, I'm just saying. I'm just keeping it balanced.
Listen here, man.
And
I
don't
accept
get to talking like that.
I accept
After
the
you just
pause.
said, my man.
I accept the pause. It was,
All right.
It was.
Look, he's stretching too.
It was a reach.
Hey, he in there stretching.
Come on, man.
I'm just.
You're doing too much. You're reaching with this one, but I accept it.
All right. So please, people, go to our pages and get that link. Are you able to put it in the YouTube chat as well? All right, put it in the YouTube chat. So therefore, anybody that needs the information, copy that information down, give it to some people that you know, because sometimes even if you weren't affected, you know a lot of people that were affected. So give them the information. Let them know that it is time sensitive, because even though it's November 12th, you know how some of us will just put things off and be like, oh, yeah, and then you'll say, did you do it? Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
Nope, but I'm going to do it today, and then they still don't end up doing
I'm a master
it.
procrastinator. Procrastination is my superpower. I would procrastinate to the last minute, and then, like, when I was in school, when I was getting my master's, I would procrastinate to the last minute and do my paper and spend 2 days doing it and get an A, because that is my superpower. When I'm under pressure, I respond better. If I have too much time, I'm going to do too much, and I'm going to make it too broad, and it's going to be all over the place. I say that, all that to say, that example is just to say, sometimes procrastination is good. Don't let people talk you out of it sometimes, That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm like, no.
Y'all don't believe me. See, he acting like he don't believe what Andrew, what you think? Sometimes
He was the one in there doing this.
So
while you were saying it.
I didn't see him. You was
okay, do
down.
it again, Andrew, so he can see.
You was giving me, all right, Cisco, listen, there is no thumb. Sometimes procrastination is good, and sometimes when you don't have the motivation to do it, there's a reason why you don't have the motivation to do it, and then something comes out that says, see, that's why I didn't do that right then.
Yeah, well, I'm still alive, and I took both vaccines. So I'm just saying, and I haven't had any health issues. So I just want to say.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying procrastination. People were procrastinating.
Oh, they're procrastinating on getting the vaccine?
Yeah.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? That was a whole topic in itself.
I had to connect them dots.
Right. Yeah, that was that was a whole topic itself.
One dot was over there, the other one was over there. But
there you go. There you go.
When I asked the question, they connected, and so now I get what you're saying.
Yes, sir. Again, on the Truth YouTube page, you can get the link as well as our Facebook and Talk Text. FEMA Aid Home. There's the link, the disasterassistance.gov, or you can call, .gov, and then, or you can call 800-621-3362. Please take this number down, 800-621-3362. 3362. Now, if you're already on our YouTube page, you should be able to see it. If you're on our Facebook Live page, you should be able to see it. If you're on X, you should be able to see it. But make sure, even if you don't need the information, copy it down for your parents, your grandparents, or just somebody that you know, a best friend or a son or daughter, or even yourself. If you've lost some things and you are looking for some of that FEMA aid, make sure that you go to the website, disaster assistance, as if it's one word, disasterassistance.gov, or you can call 800-621-3362. Now, just so I don't take up from other people, I'm not going to have you call the line to see what happens, because we may have took the place from somebody else. But we got to get ready to take care of some bills. We'll be black.
You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
This is 101.7 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and I am Milwaukee. I take great pride in being a 414 boy and representing the city that I love. The great memories I have of going to Northtown Cinema to see movies with family and friends, to going to Capitol Court to see the Black Santa Claus, this city has helped shape me into the man that I am today, and I pledge to utilize my voice as a way to advocate for you in our community. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations, where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, Milwaukee Black Talk.
Celebrate the reigning queens of disco with Disco Divas, running at the Bradley Symphony Center September 26th through the 28th. Principal Pops conductor Byron Stripling will lead the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra and an all-star trio of vocalists in all of your favorite hits from the disco era. Think Donna Summer, Patti LaBelle, Diana Ross, and Chaka Khan, as well as the Bee Gees, Earth, Wind & Fire, and even Michael Jackson. Those silky high strings and thumping bass lines will never sound better as you dance and sing along in your seat to tunes like I Will Survive, We Are Family, I'm Coming Out, and more. So what are you waiting for? Get those sequins out of storage and call the box office now at 414-291-7605 for Disco Divas, or visit mso.org.
Even your pickiest eater will say yes to this. Crispy chicken tenders are now at Cousin Subs. Perfect on their own with a favorite dipping sauce, or stacked in one of our 2 new subs. Classic crispy chicken or bold Buffalo Ranch crispy chicken. Made with quality chicken and served on our fresh baked bread. It's a mealtime win for kids and grown-ups. But hurry, these crispy favorites are only here for a limited time. Order in store, online, or on the app today. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Ready to buy your first house, move into your forever home, or simply refinance? At Associated Bank, they've got you. With the right lending plan and guidance, you can achieve your dreams. Your financial goals are much closer than you think, and Associated Bank is excited to help you reach them. Learn more at associatedbank.com/lending or ask a banker for details. Subject to credit approval. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
We're black. Inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue, it's Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Of course, don't forget, coming up after us, it's The Truth with Sherwin Hughes. 9 a.m.
Shout out to Sherwin.
Central Standard Time.
And I know Sherman has an opinion about this social media stuff. You know.
Do you keep saying Sherman instead of Sherwin?
I said Sherman.
Okay. All right. I thought I heard you correctly. Okay, I'm just making sure.
You got that wax in your ears.
No. I actually make sure that, man, I do the little syringe treatments and everything, man. So I'm just saying no wax. No wax zone. No wax zone. I'm just saying zone. Right. Absolutely. Okay, so we ended up having to, do we have the correct link up now? All right, so we want to apologize on behalf of Truth in the Morning here. The link that was originally posted, it was a typo.
Ain't that how life works?
Yeah.
I was just giving you all the shout out and all the praise, and then you put the wrong link in there.
See, that's his Get Black. He made you choke.
Oh, God.
He made you choke. That was Andrew and his powers. He was like, choke him now.
So you had .com instead of .gov?
No, I copy and pasted it from Twitter, and the gov and the or were too close together.
And remember when I was saying it, I was like, chill me R, then I was like,
So
and
if
then I said or.
the link in YouTube, it's going to be wrong. But if you type in .gov, it was right. So we just spaced it out a little bit more. We're fine now.
Okay. Well, if people just did a little bit of extra, they would have been okay.
But I appreciate Truth Nation making sure that we on our stuff. You feel what I'm saying?
Some people might have just pressed the link and be like, oh, they gave us a bogus link. And not had critical. That's what it boils down to, critical thinking skills.
Mm-hmm.
You got to think, y'all.
Yep, absolutely. So now, Flash 1970, great morning, love you, appreciate you. Click on it now. Click on the link now. Click on the link now, and you'll be all good. And everyone else who's clicking on that link. But the phone number was still good. 800-621-3362. Again, if we don't help each other, who is? Oftentimes we talk about foots being on our neck and keeping us down, but if you getting the information, if we're disseminating information that can help you, you have to, again, help us to help you. So you got the link now, the right link.
You got the right link.
And so make sure you copy and paste and share it with somebody. Text it to them, Messenger, however you use your modes to communicate. Send it in an email. You feel what I'm saying? Send it in an email, and it'll be highlighted. So therefore, they can literally just click on the link, and it will take them there, or they can call 800-621-3362.
Oh,
we're here to try to help you.
Last week you were talking about, the county and the city maybe doing something, or
yes.
Yeah, I talked to some people. We'll see what happens.
Dope.
I hollered at some people.
Dope music.
They said they was gonna see what's gonna happen. So. Because that's an excellent idea. You know what I'm saying? And until November 12th, maybe set up a room at the county building over here, and people just go in there, and somebody just sits in that room and helps people fill out.
Absolutely.
Stuff.
Absolutely.
And I think that would go a long way, and people would really appreciate that if someone did that.
Yeah, and I think that the county definitely has up on helping some of our seasoned citizens, because most of the county parks have a seasoned citizen center in the park.
They do.
So you get what I'm saying? So it would be...
Yeah, they could do it offsite. They could do it over in the...
Yeah, because it's still county.
What's that spot over in Washington Park? The Washington Park Season Center?
Yeah, Season Center. Yeah, I just call them season citizens.
And because they had computers there one time.
Absolutely.
For something, and they were actually teaching senior
citizens. They do stuff like that.
Computer classes.
Yep.
So they could do it. They could definitely do it there. So
absolutely. That's one of the main reasons that I brought it up. I'm like, that would help, because, again, some of them are not savvy in that area, and most of them may already use their grandkids or somebody else to just help them navigate through online stuff in general.
Yeah.
So I think that having somebody there, man, it would be
dope.
Yeah, it would be so perfect. Again, we're trying to help our community. That's what we do. That's what we do. So, Truth Nation, we love you and we appreciate you. And again, that's why we love to hear your thoughts, comments, and opinions. Stacy Evans on our Truth Talk text line said, know what though, Homer and Dame, FEMA dropped the ball from the get-go. When they said you don't have to be home when we swing through to assess, how do you truly know what damage is inside? Lazy, man. And I agree with that. I agree with that, because on the outside looking in, yeah, you may see sofas or carpets laying out there, but go inside, get hit with that stench of the sewage blackup. You feel what I'm saying? See where you know that mold is about to start growing. You get just so. I don't think that you can just look at the house and be like, "Yep," and unless you're just looking at structural damage, like, "Oh." Yeah, but it's a lot of people that have just internal damage, which may lead to structural damage, but you're not able to just see that on the outside looking in.
It's like when they do a house assessments, when they do assessments for your taxes and stuff like that. They don't get inside the house. They just look at the outside and they making an estimation, educated guess rather upon what is inside the house, how it's going to look by the way that it looks on the outside. And so I gather when they went, they were like, okay, this house is worth such and such amount of dollars. We're going to say this amount of damage was done. And they were already going to give people $20,000. You know,
right.
You know, they just go to the house. They're not really making a great, estimate on this stuff.
Yeah.
They don't care. They're going to give you $20,000, and if you use it, you use it. And if you don't, you don't. And hopefully, again, that $30 million is just the lump sum, and everybody that applies, nobody's get turned away just when they reach $1,500. Hopefully, that's how it works.
Yeah, and again, I hope that they truly do break it down and be like, okay, you're applying for how much? You get what I'm saying? And be able to use that in terms of where, in some situations, that $20,000 could end up benefiting 4 families. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay, you just really need $5,000 worth of stuff. You need $5,000. You need.
And let's make that $30 million go as long as it can, and everyone can get the help they need. And y'all people out there in white, black, Asian, Hispanic, don't put no PPP loan stuff. This is real. This is real business here. These are people's lives that have been affected. So don't try to get over on FEMA and say you had more damage than you didn't have, because when you do that, you're affecting someone else.
Yeah, they done it before.
That money. Someone else is going to need that money, and if they need that money, if you're taking more than you need, then that person can't get the help they need.
Yeah, they done it to FEMA before here when there was rain damage, and there were homeless people that were saying
somebody
that they lost
them up and
bro, and they weren't being meticulous with it, so they was like, oh, okay, here.
Hopefully they are more meticulous with it this time, and hopefully the people have more scruples and understand we all in this together. And if we're not helping each other, and if we're not helping each other get to that next level, and we're not helping each other get to the greatest part of us, then we are a detriment to us.
Absolutely. Africa Queen, great morning, love you, appreciate you. Hashtag MKE, great morning, love you, appreciate you. What's your final words, Dame?
I think I just gave them.
All right.
This when we talk about the FEMA stuff, we're talking about community. And in community, we are all in it together. And unless we realize that we are all in this together as it pertains to this FEMA stuff, then people are going to take advantage of it, and then people are not going to get what they want, then people are going to be upset. Community first.
Up next, The Truth with Sherwin Hughes on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. If nobody has told you that they love you today, I want to let you know that I love you, and I want you to please have a safe and nonviolent remainder of the morning, afternoon, evening, night. And hopefully the things we have to talk about in the near future won't have to be within our minute degrees of separation. Andrew, thank you very much for another great show, man. Our producer, we love you and we appreciate you. We're out.
Come in with straight truth.